Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is Shaunneka and today I'll be guiding you through a full body morning yin yoga stretch. So this practice is fairly straightforward. A lot of the postures you'll notice are basic and simple, keeping it, like I said, straightforward, no fancy variations today, and you are not going to require any props. So whether you're a beginner or a seasoned yoga practitioner, you will benefit from today's practice because doing yin in the morning not only helps with your flexibility and mobility over time, but you will feel better throughout your day because of it. So get into something cozy. I am drinking my turmeric cacao tea. Turmeric, cacao, a whole bunch of spices, and some honey for sweetness. I hope you enjoy this practice and I will see you on the mat. So from a tabletop position, taking a toe squat. So bringing the big toes to touch if they can, and then dragging the pinky toes forward as you bear your weight onto your heels. Let's take a nice big inhale, draw the shoulders up towards the ears. And on the exhale, draw them down and away from the ears. Last few breaths here. Let's take our last two breaths. Nice big inhale. And sigh it out. One more inhale. And exhale. Gently rocking forward. Find that tabletop again and untuck the toes. Rotate the ankles. Wiggle the toes. Maybe tap the toes on top of the mat. Bring some life back into the feet. And from here, we'll counter stretch that. So this time, you're pushing your toenails into the floor and then bearing your weight again back onto your heels. And so this might be enough in this position here. So we're stretching everything just below the knee, top of the shin, top of the foot, or sprinkling your fingertips beside you and gently lifting the knees towards your chest. Today, I'm going to stay right here in hero's pose. 3 deep breaths. So if you have the knees up, gently lowering the knees to the mat, rocking forward again, find that tabletop and untuck. Rotating the ankles, shaking them off. Maybe extending one leg back and the other. From here, bringing the knees nice and wide, big toes to touch at the back, bringing your hips back towards your heels, making your way into a child's pose. From here, keeping the elbows bent, digging your elbows into the mat and bringing your hands to prayer. Inchworm your elbows forward as you pull the skin of the elbows back and drop the head and the chest in between the elbows. You can keep the palms pointing up towards the ceiling in prayer, or stack palm on palm and rest it on the back, on the neck. Last few breaths here. Let's take a nice big inhale and sigh it out. One more inhale and let it go. Gently bring the hands from out behind you, come up onto your forearms. Just take a moment here. And then let's inchworm our forearms forward again and come onto our bellies. So finding a Sphinx position here. Shoulders are in line with your elbows. Feet are about as wide as your mat. Everything below the waist is nice and soft, nice and relaxed. From here, gently push down into your forearms to lift your chest up as you pull the skin again of your elbows back, and you'll notice your chest comes through and forward just a little bit more. Trying not to strain the neck, just finding maybe a gaze just beyond the top of your mat. Coming into our last few breaths, if you'd like to a little bit deeper, turning your palms to the top two corners of your mat, pushing down into your palms to lift the forearms, the elbows, and the arms up off of the mat. So trying not to tense the glutes and the shoulders. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Relax the glutes. Let's take our last two breaths here. And on every inhale, thinking about bringing the breath right up underneath the armpits. You can also spider up onto your fingertips if that feels good. Nice big inhale. And sigh it out. One more inhale. And exhale. Gently lower all the way down onto the forearms. Gently bringing the belly and the chest to the mat. You can stack palms and let the forehead rest for a moment. Nice deep breaths into the low back. Gently from here, lift the gaze, push into the palms, find yourself back in that tabletop position. Maybe swaying the hips from side to side, taking a few cat-cow. And from here, we'll come to a seat. So extending your legs out in front of you, finding a caterpillar here, forward fold. So you want to bring your feet into more of a V-shaped position, and then just move the fleshy part from out underneath you so that you're nicely grounded on the mat. Palms face up. Bring the hands to rest on the thighs. Walk your hands forward as you gently curve the spine and let the head go. So try not to keep the head lifted, really let it go. If you have a block handy, you can place it in between your legs and rest the forehead on the block. Thinking about nice expansion in the back body. And actually for me, the further I drop my head, the more of a pull I feel this in my whole back body. Last few breaths here. Let's take our last 2 breaths. Nice big inhale, fill up. And sigh it out. One more inhale. And let it go. Gently walking your hands back up your legs. From here, just bend the knees, scoot your bum forward, and come to lay all the way down onto your back. So from here, we'll be making our way into a figure 4 stretch. So grounding down through your left foot, take your right ankle and cross it over the left kneecap, making sure that foot is flexed. Pick up the left foot, weave your hands through the hole, grabbing the back of the left hamstring or on top of the left shin. And so there's a tendency to lean to the right, slight lean to the left. Last few breaths here. Last 2 breaths, a nice big inhale. Nice squeeze in on the exhale. Inhale. Exhale to draw in. Gently release the grip, bringing the sole of the left foot to the floor. Uncross the right knee, bring the sole of the right foot to the floor, and just take a moment. We'll do all of this on the other side. So grounding down through the right foot this time, take the left ankle and cross it over the right kneecap, making sure that left foot is flexed. Picking up the right foot, weave your hand through the hole, grabbing the back of the right hamstring or on top of the right shin. And again, the tendency is to lean to the left here, so slight lean to the right. And again, you can use that left elbow to gently push down on that left thigh. Last few breaths here. Last two breaths here. Nice big inhale. And a gentle squeeze in on the exhale. Inhale. Exhale, draw in. Gently release the grip. Bring the sole of the right foot to the floor. Uncross the ankle. Bringing the left foot to the floor. Just taking a moment here. So we'll end with a twist from here. So drawing the knees in towards the chest. You can cactus the arms or bring the arms into a T where you're pushing your palms into the floor. And we'll drop both knees over to the right. And gaze over the left shoulder or keeping the gaze towards the ceiling. Last few breaths here. Your last 2 breaths, nice big inhale, fill up. Open the mouth and sigh it out. One more inhale. And let it go. Bring the gaze back towards the ceiling, drawing the knees back in and up. Just take a moment here, gently rock side to side. And we'll repeat that on the other side. So bringing your arms to that cactus position or out to that T. Draw your knees in towards your chest, and this time down and over to the left. Gazing towards the ceiling, over the right shoulder. You also have the option to place your left hand on top of the right knee. Last few breaths here. Making these your deepest breaths. Last 2 breaths here. Nice big inhale. And sigh it out. One more inhale. And let it go. Gently drawing your knees back in and up. And gently rock side to side. So from here, we'll find double wind relieving pose. Draw your knees in towards your chest. Feel your thighs compress up against your belly. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders. You can wrap your arms around your knees. Grab a hold of your feet. We're going to squeeze here nice and tight for 3, for 2, Take a nice big inhale, squeeze, 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 squeeze. And exhale, release. Extend your legs out wide, arms out wide for your Shavasana. Slowly beginning to invite movement back into the body, wiggling the fingers, the toes, rotating the ankles, the wrists. Let's go ahead and take the arms up overhead for a nice long body stretch. Reach, 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 reach. And on the exhale, let it go. Bending the knees one by one, rolling over onto your side. You can cradle the head and the upper arm. Gently from here, pushing down to push yourself all the way up to a seat. So with your eyes closed and your hands at heart center, just humbly bow your chin in towards your chest. Just taking these few moments to set your intention for the day. I hope you enjoyed this full body yin yoga practice. Always leaving me a comment to let me know how you got on during the practice, sharing it with friends, family. It does go a long way, and I will see you back here again soon for another practice.